Greetings everyone and welcome to the TaylorMade Cards for You December Hop. Be sure to click on that hashtag in the description to pull up everybody's videos and get more inspiration. You can also click the direct links to the next person in the hop. TaylorMade Cards for You. She has some of the cutest, prettiest, some grungy, I mean, a lot of variety to make some really cool stuff from the digital realm. These little cookies, oh my goodness, they look adorable, large, small. I mean, look at that. Look how many you can fit on a sheet. This one is Christmas cookies and coffee. This bundle, so much stuff, okay? I didn't print everything. I didn't print my little tester sheet, to be honest. I am very last minute. I completely forgot to do my video, and I had everything printed and ready to go, and I forgot about it. And then today when I picked up my pile to frantically go work through it, most of my pictures didn't print because I had run out of ink. Terrible, terrible thing to do is run out of ink in the middle of a print. Oh my goodness. It was, yeah. Don't wait till the last minute. Elizabeth, do it on time. My apologies to Miss Monica. She's gonna fire me. Oh my gosh, I am so late with this. It is, but we're gonna get through this. I had grand plans, and I'm still gonna do that. So if you keep an eye on my channel, I'm gonna do these in short little, well, maybe hour videos. I want to build a journal / album for the month of December, my birthday month. So I do want to finish the project. But some of the stuff, even though it didn't print right, these ones here are from a vintage Christmas. Now this one, you see some blue in there, and that's because I took a blue ink and inked it around there. So we get this light little blue, and then on the back side, I did a cleanup with that. Same with this one. Look at that. So I inked it because it printed this lovely pink, and I still inked it and then sprayed the ink that was on the table and picked it up. And look at it, just, and then to the front. Ugh, so gorgeous. I did not adjust my printer to print to the edge. So I do have this little bitty border. And to get rid of that border, I'm going to show you how I did that. Okay. So you just grab yourself a ruler. If you don't have a decal trimmer, I do not. It is on my wish list. I will be getting one probably, well, definitely next year sometime. Okay, so this is what I did. You line it up, okay, right there. Take a pokey tool, anything sharp and pointy, not a razor blade, okay, because a razor blade is going to slice it nice and tidy. We want it to kind of rip, okay. And we're going to use our little tweezers or whatever we did. And we're just going to pull. And sometimes it cooperates and sometimes it does not. It's one of those things that you like the look, so you deal with the process, right? So I did score it. And you can even go back and rescore it. Do what you need to do to get that taken care of. And that is how we get our little grungy edge. Now the next thing I did, just to add a little bit character to mine, and you probably can't even see it, but I scorched some of my edges with a lighter. And so it just makes it kind of more crunchy and I don't know, it just adds a little bit more. Like this one, it singed pretty good. And I think it's just one of those fine little details. It's a lot of fun. I do it. It's great. Now, a couple of these patterns, you'll notice if you buy the kit, it's going to look like this, and they're going to be bigger. And you're going to go, wait, how did she get hers like this, but smaller? This is actually two. There's this one, and I copied it, and I pasted it right next to it, and it's a perfect match. You get this lovely little crease right where you need to fold, so it's really, it's like it was meant to be. Same with this one, and then there's one that is more pink, but I had a lot of pink and reds printed. Well, these are orange. They're supposed to be red. They're supposed to be red, and this guy here, it looks purple, right? Looks beautiful. I'm not gonna throw it out. I'm gonna use it, but this is a page from Field Notes. It's supposed to be tan, but I'm like, hey, purple. We're pulling the purple, so it actually complements a lot of what I had already done. So I was like, yeah, we're gonna leave it. A lot of pages I had to throw out because they didn't print it all. But look at this. You get this in the kit. And it's actually got recipes and spill marks. So if you have the rubber stamp that leaves a coffee ring, you can add another one to the other side. I'm going to go ahead and rip these edges, and then I'm going to show you how I did the inking and the backside cleanup. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, so we got our edges all torn. We're going to grab ourselves a nice big old brush, and then we're going to pick a color. I'm liking this blue, and I think this Tropical Tango is going to go good with it. And yes, you can use whatever colors you like for your Christmas paper. Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Blue and pink combo. Just kind of breeze it on in there. Get those little bitty edges. You want to do this nice and quick. Because the paper is already distressed. It already looks really cool. We're just going to add a little bit of freshness to it. Maybe our printer has lines. I know mine does. So you throw in a little bit of ink and it kind of hides that. It kind of sets them back a little bit and you don't see them. But look at that. Okay. And now we have some smudgies from the back side. And you know, when you fold this in half to make our book, we're going to see this if we don't cover it all up. So to prep it, I have all this ink down here. So I'm going to give it a light misting, and then we're just going to pick it up. Okay. Oh, look at that. And then we get this beautiful light blue blotchiness going on in the back. And that's just a way to break up some of that white, okay? This is regular just copy paper. So when it printed, we are going to see through it. That doesn't hurt my feelings. It's still going to look cool in the end because we're going to build up on it and make more out of these pages. So even though you can see through and you're kind of like, once you start building up and doing stuff to this side, you won't even notice the other side. So we're going to do the same thing to this one. We're going to clean off our brush. And we're going to do maybe a creamy color. We don't have a lot of neutrals going on. So I'm going to get cookie dough. Oh, that is not cookie dough. Let me use my brown brush for that. It's got a little bit of the darker brown in it, but that's okay. And the same thing, we're just going to ink those edges. Don't worry if you get some wrinkles. It's just going to add distressing texture to it. And as you work on your book, it will settle down and flatten out. Oops. Oh, it ran over that black. That's all right. We'll put something over that. So I'm going to go in. Tried to avoid the little Santa or the snowman with that, and then see how we can just add some cookie dough in there. Look at that. Nice and rustic looking paper. Now this next part, the little flamey part, recommend you do it safely. I have a bucket of water sitting right here. I have spray bottles. I have wet rags. I have everything that I need, that if this gets a little bit out of hand, you know, I can take care of it. Okay. Make sure it's a lighter you can control, because you don't want to light the whole thing. We just want to singe the edge. Okay. And then we can tap it. Okay. Just singe the edge. And it's a fine detail. It's not something that will be noticed by everybody. Oops, see, that one got a little bit out of control. Right there with my rag. So I don't want it too big. Just like that. There we go. And there, we've singed a couple of our little edges. And if you don't want it too black, take your dry rag and just break it out. Okay? Because if somebody actually caught this in a fire, you know, maybe something happened, you know, and it maybe did get singed, and they were carting it around for a long time, you're not going to have the crispy critters left. Okay? I do not recommend your children doing this, so I wouldn't have them in the room. You don't want them to accidentally distract you while you're trying to do this. You know, gotta have full focus on what you're doing when you're doing the torchy thing. Just like so. There we go. Okay, just a little bit. Clean off the embers, okay? Because if you don't, they're going to leave soot, which, if you want to make sooty, get yourself a little pile of ashes. Make some soot. And then we're just going to fold these in half. And we have our pages. Look at that. And you don't even see where we stitched them together in the printing program. Isn't that lovely? Oh my goodness. Now our next step, I want 30, is it 30 or 31? I want as many days as there are in December. So today is December 1st. We also need a cover. Okay, I already folded these. And I think I'm gonna do 2 signatures. Now, a signature in a handmade book or a hand processed book is a cluster of pages, okay? And I think I'm gonna do 2, 15 and 15-ish to get my 30, 31 days. And we want to make sure that, like, since I have 2 of these, 1 of each in each signature. These are kind of similar, so we're going to sort them out. And then I've got these 2. I'm going to be printing more. Okay, so these are going to be the starts of my signature. Oh, yes, here we go. Here's my start of that signature. That works for me. Lots of paper. Lots of paper. Okay. So we're going to need more pages to go on the inside, but with all of the digitals that I purchased through TaylorMadeCards4U, you guys, there are so many lovely pages. Can't wait for you guys to see all that she has. So I'll be able to print a lot of pages. I'm going to use some from Field Notes because they're going to be that tan color, the neutral, what this is supposed to be, so that we can add embellishments and stuff. So those are 2, and then we'll make a cover in another video. But we can start decorating one of these. Let's start with this one, because I really want... These ladies are from Most Wonderful Time. I think it's the Most Wonderful Time. And where's that pink paper? That's from A Most Wonderful Time too, but that one's supposed to be all red. It doesn't have any lines, but I really liked it, so I kept it. This one, we're going to switch these out. I'm going to put that one in there and put that one over there, because I was playing around and one of these ladies landed on here. Look at her right there on that puddly pink. Isn't that pretty? Oh my goodness. So we're going to fussy cut her out. I'm actually going to fussy cut them all out, and I'll be right back. That way these will be ready for another page. All right, I got a lot of things fussy cut out. Mainly her. Look at her. Isn't she so pretty? We're just going to apply her there. I do want to run the cookie theme throughout, because that kit, the cookies, what is it? Christmas Cookies and Coffee has so many images. So I thought we could definitely run it throughout. And while I was die cutting or fussy cutting, I grabbed my little tag die that came with the Sidekick. It's got some numbers too, which when I figure out what day this will be for, this is going to hang there. I'll put the little numbers on it. Oh, I lost my little, oh, there's my little Ginger Bell. And then this set is from, is this one from Pink Pastel Christmas? I could be wrong, but this is in one of her Christmas kits as well. And I just thought I would put that in as a pocket. And then we'll get another little piece for that. So I'm just going to go corner to corner. And hopefully do a good rip here. Just like so. You can definitely send it through your chopper. But I do love that. So let's grab some brown ink just to ink up those edges, because we want them to look vintagey, not brand new. And this one is Weeping Willow. It's a nice rich dark, so it'll definitely help this pop. Look at that, pops right against there. And you can put as much or as little on as you want. Do like a little vignette around the corners. Oh, look at that. That'll be our nice little pocket. So we're going to glue down just the 2 edges so we can still slide stuff in there. So we're going to go nowhere with this glue. We're going to come down. Couple little passes, and there's that. Okay, and we're gonna set that right in the corner like so. Let that set. Put our topper back in there. Okay, work on this little section. I thought we would see, and then we could tuck our little goodness in there. Ha ha ha. I do want to put this little bell right there with a little bit of string. It's a little cookie, but you know, they make those cookie ornaments. So, do I want a little bit of string in there? Just a little something something. I think so. Let's cut a little bit of this off. See if we can't tie it together. Probably not, because we got big fat fingers. I should have probably tied a knot first. That's okay. We'll get it worked out. Look at that. Okay. So we're gonna glue this little cutie right here in the corner. Okay. Like so. And then we're gonna make it look like that's attached. So we're just gonna drop, the glue is gonna dry clear. Okay, so I don't mind if I get a little oozy with it. Just gonna do that. Let that sit there. Scooch that out of the way. And then our little tag, we're gonna do the same thing. I pulled extra just for that tag. Because I want this one extra stringy. Because that's always fun, right? Get that opened up and then take the other end through and voila. Snip that off. And we've got our little frayed ends. How cute is that? Oh, I like it. So that's going to dangle in there. And then she's going to go here. And I'm just going to glue the outer edge of her, so I don't have a bunch of glue marks on her. And if she pops up, I'll glue her down again. Maybe get some tape or something. Get her squashed. Squash her down. Okay, so there's that. Checking out this little Merry Christmas there. I think we can pop that right there. I like that. And of course I tore this one. If you tear two or back, you're going to get a different tear. One way is going to give you a white border, the other way is not. But we are going to ink these edges a little bit. We're going to put that right there, I think. That's going to go there. And we've got our little cookies. But I don't want them like that stark white. So I'm just going to take the brown around them too. To stress those edges. Excise that white. Sometimes white is the enemy. And sometimes white is the good thing. Okay, I'm going to put those guys like so. Yep, I like that. So I'm going to go right there. And then I'm going to put a blank journaly tag in there because I do want to write down, you know, like a little journal, a little album, you know, what's going on. Maybe one day I'll take some pictures and actually print them, you know. Well, I always take pictures, but print them so my month of December photos could go in here. You know, just tuck them in. Like this will be swinging around. We could hide a photo under there. But that's kind of plain. So I grabbed out my Simon Hurley stamps because it's got this big, beautiful poinsettia. Oh, look at her. Isn't she just a beauty? We're gonna... Nope. She's a biggin. She's a biggin. She needs a big block. So we're gonna stamp her down. And we're gonna do some bee sting. And I don't need it perfect, okay? But I do need it not to have lines. So we're just gonna plop some poinsettias. Oh my gosh, look at that. We're gonna run it through to the other side and make it like a background paper. Oh my goodness. And like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's kind of grungy. That's what we're going for. You can even do an off stamp. You know. Oh, look at that. Oops. Let's get a little more. There we go. I guess I didn't need to do that, but that's okay. But look at how we've just transformed our paper into a background paper that's a little bit more uniformed. And it's a good thing the backside's pink. Look at all that ink. That's all right. So she's going to go there. If I ever print a photo, I think I would put it there. We could even put a little something, maybe. Let's get our little... This page is a little bland to be sitting next to this page. So let's juice this one up with this. I think we got that pink and red. And if we do purple with some greenery... I don't know, I just feel like that might be a good combo. Let me stamp this off here. Put that on for something else. Nice water-based ink. Get that on there. We'll do... Hopefully this will show up. And this one, I'm not going to do the other side. I'll do the other side differently. But I really liked that. If we don't like it, we'll cover it. We'll see how it goes. Oh, it's all right, but it's not dark enough actually. Okay, we got to go darker. Got to go darker. And because we're going darker, okay, we can actually go, what is that? There's a little weird spot in there. Nope, it's supposed to be there. That little void is right there. Okay. So what we can do is, because it's so light and blurry, we can just stamp over it. And even if it does a double stamp, it'll still be okay. Look at, oh, that's so much better. So much better. Look at that. So we're just gonna hit this up all over. Oh, look at that. I like it. Grab out whatever you have in your stash. Do some stamping. Let it go. Oh, let it go off the page. If you have a little boo-boo like that, okay, we'll just finish it. I mean, it just means it was meant to be there. So we'll just finish that up. Okay. This one. Come Come on. Gotta get it into that crease there. That's alright though. It's alright. Because we're also going to tuck. So it'll be okay. What we can do, if it really bothers us, okay, we make a boo-boo. Just, oops, get that green everywhere. Dab off. And then just kind of brush in some more of that green right there. See, now it looks like it was meant to be. There we go. It's not fabulous, but with all that's going to be going on, hopefully they won't call us out on it. Okay, let's try this again. Let's not drop our stuff. So I'm going to stamp and then off stamp. I think we're going to stamp this right here. And then we're going to move right here. Oops. I'm not doing a very good job of stamping today, you guys. But that's okay. Okay, that didn't stamp good at all. We need a halfway decent one so we can have a good stamp off. There we go. There we go. Oh, there we go. And then we can check that out. Ooh, you know what? We could put a little something in there that's permanent, and then the tuck will go in there. That'll work. Put that right there instead of over there, because I like that one, even though it double stamped. I really like that one. Okay, so let's find a little something for that. We're going to put that. Yeah, we don't want to cover her up, so we'll put a little something there and find that paper that I used to make that. See, that's going to be, that would be a good card. Look at that. See, that's the other side to that. Look at that. Merry Christmas. And look, our little string dried right on there. Okay. So I have plenty of room. I'm going to shred the edge. And I'm going to look in my stash for something to cover that up. I'll be right back. All right. Yeah, I didn't have to look far. I just had to do some fussy cutting. Because look it. They're going to hide my blunder. Isn't that lovely? Now, I do want to make sure that the edges are glued down actually really well on these two particular pieces. And if the glue spills out a little bit, I would rather that, okay? Because what I'm going to do is just take a dry rag and make sure that I press with that so I pick up any glue just in case. Feel around in there. It oozed out right there. Because I don't want my card, I used a stitched die on that. I thought that was better than ripping it, but I did rip the inside piece, which we can write on. And then when I print a photo, I can put that on the back side, and then it will slide in there. But see, we want that glued down because we don't want to accidentally catch it in there. Okay. So we do want to make sure they're nice and gluey by the edges. Normally, I don't particularly care because we're not pulling things in and out, so that doesn't really bother me. So again, we're going to pat it down with our rag. Especially under here, we want to make sure that there's no glue that's going to close our little door. And then as I was moving things around, these kind of landed on each other. And I think I'm just going to move this tag over here for the date. So if this is for like December 7th, you know, my birthday, if that's what lands on, I can just put a number 7 right there. And then I can journal over here right on top of this. Okay, that's the fun thing about this. All these inks and stuff, you can write right on the top of them. Oh, look at that. So now when there's, like my family, if they're looking at it, you know, they move the tag out of the way, slide that out, and you got a couple of little hidden cuties. Oh my goodness. Because, you know, December, Thanksgiving, Christmas, those months, we just, food. And even when it's not seasonal, like, we always go to food when we're talking about stuff, you know. In a big group of people, that's our common ground, is people can talk about food. We might not know each other's jobs or, you know, life history, but we can all communicate food very well. Ugh, look at that. And I do want this to swing. So what I'm thinking, because we can have it up, we can have it under. What I'm thinking is, oh, look at that. I love that. Maybe if we glued a button right there, I think that would work, because then that would make it sturdy enough that it could get played around with a little bit. Flip it over. I've got room to write there if I wanted to. Slide that in there. Love that little string. Yeah, so let's go grab our buttons and I'll be right back. I think I found the perfect button. Look it. It's like the right kind of pink for what's going on over here. So we just want to glue all of that down, and you know the best way to do that is with a hot glue gun. But mine is not ready, so we're going to use double stick tape or sticky dots. These things are pretty potent. They're pretty potent. We're gonna pick it up there. I think we're just gonna grab a couple of strands. Like so. Okay. And then we're just gonna plop our button, I think right there. Look at that. I think that works pretty good. Guys, be sure to hop on over to TaylorMadeCards4U blog. All of the fun links are listed down below. On her blog, she does a little challenge so you can enter to win a gift card for her shop. And you just make your project, load it up, and yeah, but look at that. That's going to close. You got to work on that page. Oh my goodness. Oh, I can't wait to keep working on this with you guys. It'll be mostly TaylorMadeCards4U paper, and then we'll bring in some other elements from our stash. But look it. It's so cute. This is from A Vintage Christmas. This one's from Christmas Cookies and Coffee. This one's Most Wonderful Time. I think this one is pink pastel. I could be wrong. But it's a good set too. It's got a lot of pretty designs in it. And look at that. Oh my goodness. And then we just brought in some paper from our stash. Aren't they the cutest? Okay. So thanks for joining me today, and be sure to hit that follow button if you liked the video, because I will be doing more of this coming month of December. Like I said, I have plans for this. I want to journal. I'm going to actually work on my first page and tell about how much of a slacker I am, and hopefully Miss Monica doesn't fire me. But let me get the rest of the pages. And that's another fun thing. When you're making a book, you can start on whatever page you want. Look at how pretty that is right in there. Oh, look at that. And then, bloop, there's that. This, Thanks for joining me, my friends, and we will see you next time. Look at that. It's so adorable. Ugh. That's another thing. You can make this like a recipe thing and put your favorite recipes in there. Your holiday recipes. Oh, that's a good idea. Alrighty, we'll see you next time. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.